In the last tutorial I went over checkboxes, and in this tutorial I am going to go over radio buttons. They are very similar in the way that you create and the way that you use Dreamweaver to insert checkboxes and radio buttons. The only difference in between the two is that the actual little piece that you click on in radio buttons is a circle, and the one in the checkboxes is a box. But the larger difference is when you're using radio buttons, you can only select one choice. And with checkboxes, you can select as many as are displayed in front of you. So radio buttons are useful when you want the user to only select one thing. Like for instance, if you're creating a form where where you want to know what their income is, or where you want to know what their favorite color is, or just basically when you want to give the user a choice of selecting just one particular thing. So let's create an example that shows a group of radio buttons to select a color, a favorite color. So you go over here inside of insert and you click on radio group, and we're going to call this group color, and we're going to say green, and you can use tab to go to the next instead of clicking. It's faster. Green, blue, blue, and let's add another one, red, red. And then if they don't like green, blue, or red, I'm going to add one that says none of the above. And for the value, I'm just going to say none. And we're going to leave the default layout using line breaks and say OK. And this is very similar to the last example where we created checkboxes, except this time we have created radio buttons. So to prove that you can only select one, I'm going to launch this after it's been saved, and you can see that you can try to select more than one, but the radio buttons are only going to let you select one particular piece inside of this radio group. So now you see the differences in between checkboxes and radio buttons. They're two very useful ways of getting user input when you have multiple options. And that is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to be going over drop-down menus and lists. Very interesting stuff. So make sure you guys keep watching and subscribe, and see you next time.